All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Indianapolis Colts. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Ready? 180. 51,
right? 51. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Block it, sir.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown number 15 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready. Block 15.
Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Rivers on first down. And that'll be incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
Mike. Set. We're okay. We're okay. We're at 80. Line 5-4.
35 to Mike.
Off the play fake here. Rivers. Looking deep for Hilton. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10.
Watch the twist.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 36.
Hey, Delta! Hey, Redflex!
Here's Taylor. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down now, it's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Load it. Load it. Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it. Hey.
I got it. Hey, alert 3. Switch.
Load it.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it can be tipped up and picked off.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Jack 16. Pilot, 64, reach. Hey, alert. Hey, Charlie. Hey.
When the rep, let's go, right here.
Black,
out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking deep here for Ebert. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Got a man, that's Allison. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. You think back to all the big games that Big Ben has had over the years in his NFL career. And numbers-wise, his biggest game came against these Indianapolis Colts. That was in October of 2014. The numbers from that, gosh, video game-like. 522 yards, 6 touchdowns, and a 51-34 Steeler win in Pittsburgh. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 37. Check.
Alert, alert.
50.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger complete to Washington. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Let's go, baby.
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Washington. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Black 20.
Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go. It's coming. Let's go, D.
Easy.
Check 13. Check 13.
Black is on.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Saquon Barkley. With his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play fake, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
55. Right there. Left to right. 55. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Take four. Take four. Deuce.
On third down, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up fourth down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. Back deep, Patrick Peterson gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one, angling for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And now this throw complete to Washington. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Barkley. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
White.
Now Taylor. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Now it's Hines. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. On the return is Peterson. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Bravo. 35's the Mike. Get your swerve on. Mike 35. Mike 35. No gain on this defense. No gain. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up.
Shift.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
To throw on 3rd down. Rivers. And he's got his man Hilton. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run on first down. It's Hines. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check 39, check 39.
From the gun, Rivers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
The point after is good, and it makes the score 21-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Roethlisberger. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
50.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to look deep down the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Set, white, 380.
On first down, Taylor. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
X3, 218, chop.
Pick the edge. Come. Whip.
Alpha! Keep it skinny.
They just got that play off. Now Rivers. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Watch the eye.
Hey, Rocket.
Check safety.
Hey,
On play action, Rivers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. It's a foot race past the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Keep it skinny. Red.
Check 15.
From the 27, Rivers. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. On third down, Rivers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever...
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Saquon Barkley, 54 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Teams always want to send messages. I think that was quite a statement there to start the third quarter.
Yeah, less than a minute in. Already that quick, long strike. They are setting the tone for the second half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they open the lead up now to 25. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Third and long for Rivers. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Geronimo Allison, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Steelers 42, Colts 10.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Taylor, he's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Point after, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Black 20.
Crunch time, defense.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Black.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards.
44. Hey, Haywood.
Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Quarter.
Bang, bang, bang.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he connects with Ebron. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, watch the ball. Black.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Me. Single. Mike 35. I got room. I got you, son. Red Delta. Q. Check 24. General West.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Check. Orange ball 4. Lucky. 0.
A second down throw for Rivers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Snickers, got spin.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man is Allison, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Here we go.
Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Watch the twins. Watch 6-6. Pull it high. Say. Undercrunch. Switch.
Now it's Barkley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Rivers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Rivers. He's got Jack Doyle, and he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Play action now. Rivers looking end zone, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Buffalo 1, Buffalo 1. Switch.
2nd down and goal. Rivers. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Out, 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 out.
On 3rd down, Hines. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Barkley. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They come out here in the I. defensive counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
Snickers, 66.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now third and goal.
Ready? Block 80! No foul! Mike 54. Check.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, there it is. After number 5, we were wondering if we would see it, and he has broken the NFL record with his 6th touchdown in this game.
Let's face it, we can go ahead and lose our objectivity here, can't we? And just applaud what we've seen. That's one of the great records in the NFL. Are you talking about this 6 touchdown runs in a game against an NFL defense? I want to run down. Let's go down there and carry him off the field ourselves. We should do that.
Get his autograph after the game. I know that much.
Don't forget, I know you. Selfie. We'll do a selfie.
Oh, yeah, we'll do a selfie. We'll do a group selfie.
There you go.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, they had it fourth and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They go to the ground again with Taylor. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Draw play. This is Hines. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, Delta! Mike 35, Mike 35. Hey, seam 6, seam 6. 35's the Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 35, Mike 35. Check pass, check pass.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Hey, Delta! Mike 35,
Rivers to throw for it on fourth. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Blue 30.
In your face.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go.
It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down. Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they fall 2 games under 500 now.